Stonehenge. Just the name alone conjures images of ancient mystery. Monumental stones standing tall against the backdrop of the English countryside, and a story that has fascinated historians, archaeologists, and curious minds for centuries. But what is the real story behind Stonehenge? How did it come to be? Who built it? And why? And perhaps most intriguingly, what secrets does it still hold today? To truly understand Stonehenge, we must first step back in time, far beyond the medieval legends and the romanticized tales of druids and magic. We need to journey back over 5,000 years, to a time when the landscape of what is now southern England was vastly different, and the people who lived there were just beginning to shape the world around them in ways that would echo through millennia. The story of Stonehenge begins in the Neolithic period, around 3000 BCE, a time when human societies were transitioning from nomadic hunter-gatherers to settled agricultural communities. This shift was monumental. It meant people were starting to cultivate crops, domesticate animals, and build permanent homes. But it also meant they were beginning to develop complex social structures and spiritual beliefs that would eventually lead to the construction of monumental architecture like Stonehenge. What makes Stonehenge so remarkable is not just its size or the sheer effort it took to build, but the precision and purpose behind its design. The stones themselves, some weighing as much as 25 tons, were transported from quarries miles away, including the famous bluestones that originated from the Preseli Hills in Wales, nearly 150 miles from the site. Imagine the logistics, the planning, and the communal effort required to move these massive stones without modern machinery. It's a testament to the ingenuity and determination of the people who built it. But why? What was the purpose of Stonehenge? For centuries, theories have abounded. Some have suggested it was a temple for ancient sun worshippers, others a burial ground, a place of healing, or even an astronomical observatory. The truth is, Stonehenge likely served multiple purposes over its long history, evolving in meaning and function as the societies around it changed. One of the most compelling aspects of Stonehenge is its alignment with the movements of the sun. The monument is famously aligned with the sunrise of the summer solstice and the sunset of the winter solstice. On these days, the sun rises and sets in perfect harmony with the stones, creating a breathtaking spectacle that would have held deep spiritual significance for the people who built it. This alignment suggests that Stonehenge was not just a static monument, but a dynamic calendar, a way for ancient people to mark the passage of time and the changing seasons, critical knowledge for agricultural societies dependent on the cycles of nature. Yet Stonehenge is more than just a solar calendar. Excavations have revealed that the site was used for burials, with cremated remains found in the surrounding area dating back to the earliest phases of construction. This indicates that Stonehenge was also a sacred place, a site of ritual and remembrance. The act of building such a monument itself may have been a form of communal ritual, a way to unite people through shared purpose and belief. The construction of Stonehenge happened in several distinct phases over many centuries. The earliest phase involved a circular earthwork enclosure, a ditch and bank that defined the sacred space. This was followed by the erection of the massive standing stones, arranged in a complex pattern of circles and horseshoes. Each phase added layers of meaning and complexity, reflecting the evolving spiritual and social landscape of the time. What's fascinating is how Stonehenge fits into a broader context of prehistoric monuments scattered across the British Isles and Europe. It was part of a network of sacred sites, connected by ancient pathways and shared cultural practices. This network included other stone circles, burial mounds, and ceremonial sites, all pointing to a rich tapestry of belief and tradition that spanned vast distances and generations. Despite centuries of study, Stonehenge continues to guard many of its secrets. Modern technology, from ground-penetrating radar to 3D modeling, has revealed new insights, but also new questions. For example, recent discoveries suggest that Stonehenge was part of a larger complex of monuments, including nearby sites like Durrington Walls, which may have served as a complementary space for the living, while Stonehenge was a place for the dead. The story of Stonehenge is not just about stones and ancient rituals. It's about people. Our ancestors who looked to the sky, who sought to understand their place in the world, and who left behind a legacy that continues to inspire wonder. It's a story of human creativity, resilience, and the timeless quest for meaning. As we delve deeper into the story of Stonehenge, we will explore the archaeological discoveries that have shaped our understanding, the myths and legends that have grown around it, and the ongoing debates that keep this ancient monument at the forefront of historical inquiry. We will examine the cultural and spiritual significance of Stonehenge, not just in the past, but in the present day, as it remains a powerful symbol of mystery and connection. So join me as we unravel the story of Stonehenge, a story carved in stone, written in the stars, and etched into the very fabric of human history.
To truly appreciate Stonehenge, we must immerse ourselves in the world of the Neolithic people who built it, a world both alien and familiar. Imagine a landscape dominated by dense forests, open plains, and winding rivers, where small communities lived in harmony with the land. These early farmers had begun to domesticate plants and animals, transforming the environment and their way of life. But with this transformation came new challenges: how to mark the passage of time, how to honor the dead, and how to create a shared identity in a rapidly changing world. Stonehenge was born out of these needs. It was not merely a construction project, it was a monumental act of cultural expression. The builders were not anonymous laborers, but members of a community deeply connected to their environment and each other. The stones they raised were more than rock. They were symbols, carriers of meaning, and anchors for their beliefs. One of the most striking features of Stonehenge is the sheer scale of the undertaking. The largest stones, known as sarsens, weigh up to 25 tons each and stand over 13 feet tall. Transporting these massive stones from the Marlborough Downs, about 20 miles away, was a feat of engineering and human endurance. Even more astonishing is the journey of the smaller blue stones, which came from the Preseli Hills in Wales, nearly 150 miles away. How these stones were moved remains a subject of debate, with theories ranging from dragging on wooden sledges to floating on rafts along rivers and the coast. This monumental effort suggests a highly organized society with the ability to mobilize and coordinate large groups of people. It also implies a shared vision and purpose powerful enough to inspire such dedication. Stonehenge was not built overnight. It was the result of centuries of work, evolving through multiple phases of construction and modification. The earliest phase, around 3000 BCE, involved digging a circular ditch and bank, creating a sacred enclosure. This earthwork defined the space and set the stage for what was to come. Inside this enclosure, wooden posts were erected, possibly serving as markers or part of a timber structure. These early features hint at a complex ritual landscape where the boundary between the living and the spiritual world was carefully managed. Around 2500 BCE, the iconic stone circle was constructed. The sarsen stones were arranged in a horseshoe shape, surrounded by a smaller circle of blue stones. The lintels, horizontal stones placed atop the vertical uprights, were carefully shaped and fitted using mortise and tenon joints, a sophisticated woodworking technique adapted to stone. This precision speaks to the skill and knowledge of the builders, who understood not only how to move massive stones, but how to craft them into a stable and enduring structure. The alignment of Stonehenge with the solstices is one of its most famous features. On the summer solstice, the sun rises directly over the heel stone, a solitary standing stone outside the main circle, casting light into the heart of the monument. This event would have been a powerful moment of celebration and spiritual significance, marking the longest day of the year and the promise of abundance. Conversely, the winter solstice sunset aligns with the central axis of the monument, symbolizing the rebirth of the sun and the cyclical nature of life and death. These solar alignments suggest that Stonehenge functioned as a kind of calendar, helping ancient people track the seasons and plan agricultural activities. But the monument's significance went beyond practical concerns. It was a place of ceremony, pilgrimage, and connection to the cosmos. The stones themselves may have been seen as living entities, imbued with spiritual power. Archaeological evidence supports the idea that Stonehenge was a site of ritual and burial. Cremated human remains found in the surrounding area date back to the earliest phases of construction, indicating that the site was used as a cemetery for elite individuals or ancestors. This connection between the living and the dead was central to Neolithic belief systems, where honoring ancestors ensured the community's survival and prosperity. Stonehenge did not stand alone. It was part of a larger sacred landscape that included other monuments, such as the nearby Durrington Walls, a massive timber circle and settlement site. Excavations at Durrington Walls have revealed evidence of feasting, suggesting that it was a place where the living gathered to celebrate and perform rituals complementary to those at Stonehenge. This duality between timber and stone, life and death, is a recurring theme in prehistoric Britain. The relationship between Stonehenge and its surrounding landscape is crucial to understanding its meaning. The site is connected by ancient pathways, known as avenues, that align with the solstices and link Stonehenge to the River Avon. This river may have served as a route for pilgrims traveling to the monument, emphasizing its role as a destination for communal gatherings and spiritual journeys. Over the centuries, Stonehenge underwent changes reflecting shifts in society and belief. New stones were added, rearranged, or removed, and the site's function evolved. By the Bronze Age, around 1500 BCE, the monument's use as a burial site became more prominent, with numerous barrows and burial mounds appearing nearby. Despite its ancient origins, Stonehenge has never lost its power to captivate. Throughout history, it has inspired myths and legends, from tales of Merlin and Archer King to theories about alien visitors. While these stories are fanciful, they underscore the monument's enduring mystery and the human desire to explain the unknown. In modern times, Stonehenge has become a symbol of cultural heritage and national identity. It attracts millions of visitors each year, especially during the solstices, when people gather to witness the sunrise and connect with the past. The site is protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, ensuring its preservation for future generations. Scientific research continues to shed light on Stonehenge's secrets. Advances in technology, such as ground-penetrating radar and DNA analysis, have revealed new information about the people who built and used the monument. For example, recent studies suggest that some of the individuals buried at Stonehenge may have originated from distant regions, indicating a wide network of cultural exchange. The story of Stonehenge is far from complete. Each discovery adds a new layer to our understanding, but also raises new questions. What exactly was the nature of the rituals performed there? How did the builders achieve such architectural precision? And what can Stonehenge teach us about the human experience, both ancient and modern? As we continue to explore this remarkable monument, we are reminded that Stonehenge is not just a relic of the past. It is a living symbol of human curiosity, creativity, and the quest for meaning. It challenges us to look beyond the surface and to appreciate the complexity of the cultures that came before us. In the next section, we will dive deeper into the myths and legends surrounding Stonehenge, exploring how these stories have shaped popular perceptions and influenced archaeological interpretations. We will also examine the ongoing debates among scholars about the monument's origins and purpose, revealing the dynamic and evolving nature of historical inquiry. The story of Stonehenge is as much about the myths and legends that have grown around it as it is about the stones themselves. For centuries, people have sought to explain this enigmatic monument through stories that blend history, folklore, and imagination. These tales have shaped how Stonehenge is perceived, often blurring the lines between fact and fiction and influencing both popular culture and scholarly debate. One of the most enduring legends attributes the construction of Stonehenge to the wizard Merlin, the mystical advisor to King Arthur. According to medieval chroniclers like Geoffrey of Monmouth, Merlin magically transported the stones from Ireland, where they had been part of a giant's monument, to their current location in England. This story, while fantastical, reflects the medieval fascination with Stonehenge and the desire to connect it to the grandeur of Arthurian legend. The Merlin myth also highlights a broader theme, the human need to explain the inexplicable. Before modern archaeology, the sheer scale and precision of Stonehenge seemed beyond the capabilities of ancient peoples. Attributing its creation to supernatural forces or legendary figures was a way to make sense of the monument's mystery. Another popular theory that captured the public's imagination in the 20th century was the idea that Stonehenge was built by ancient Druids. Druids were the priestly class of the Celtic peoples who lived in Britain and Ireland before and during the Roman period. Early antiquarians, influenced by Romantic nationalism, linked Stonehenge to Druidic rituals, imagining it as a sacred temple for their ceremonies. However, archaeological evidence shows that Stonehenge predates the Druids by at least 1,000 years. The monument was already ancient by the time the Druids appeared in Britain, making it unlikely that they were its builders. Nevertheless, the association between Stonehenge and Druids persists in popular culture, especially during the summer solstice celebrations, when modern-day Druids and pagans gather at the site. Beyond these legends, Stonehenge has inspired countless theories about its purpose. Some have suggested it was an astronomical observatory used to predict eclipses and track celestial events. Others propose it was a healing center where the blue stones were believed to have curative properties. There are also ideas that it served as a burial ground for elite individuals or a place of ancestor worship. Each theory offers a different lens through which to view Stonehenge, reflecting the diverse ways humans seek meaning in ancient monuments. The truth is likely a combination of these ideas, with Stonehenge serving multiple functions over its long history. Archaeological research has played a crucial role in testing these theories and uncovering new insights. Excavations have revealed that Stonehenge was part of a larger ritual landscape, including nearby sites like Durrington Walls and Woodhenge. These sites provide context, showing that Stonehenge was not an isolated monument, but part of a complex network of ceremonial places. Durrington Walls, for example, was a large settlement and timber circle located just 2 miles from Stonehenge. Excavations there uncovered evidence of feasting and communal gatherings, suggesting it was a place for the living to celebrate, while Stonehenge was a place for the dead. This duality between life and death, timber and stone, is a key theme in understanding the prehistoric landscape. Recent discoveries have also challenged long-held assumptions. In 2015, archaeologists announced the discovery of a massive superhenge near Stonehenge, consisting of a large circle of pits that may have held wooden posts. This find suggests that the area was even more significant and complex than previously thought, with multiple layers of ritual activity. Technological advancements have revolutionized the study of Stonehenge. Ground-penetrating radar, LiDAR scanning, and 3D modeling have revealed hidden features beneath the surface, including buried structures and ancient pathways. These tools allow researchers to explore the site without disturbing it, preserving its integrity while expanding our knowledge. DNA analysis of human remains found near Stonehenge have provided fascinating insights into the people who built and used the monument. Some individuals appear to have originated from distant regions, including Wales and even continental Europe, indicating a wide network of cultural exchange and migration during the Neolithic period. The ongoing debates among scholars reflect the dynamic nature of archaeological inquiry. New evidence often challenges established theories, prompting reevaluation and fresh perspectives. This process keeps the story of Stonehenge alive, ensuring it remains a subject of fascination and discovery. Stonehenge also holds a special place in contemporary culture. It is a symbol of mystery and ancient wisdom, attracting millions of visitors each year. The summer solstice celebrations in particular draw crowds who come to witness the sunrise aligned with the stones, connecting with the tradition that spans thousands of years. The site has inspired artists, writers, and filmmakers, becoming a powerful icon in literature and media. From poetry to science fiction, Stonehenge serves as a backdrop for stories about human origins, spirituality, and the unknown. Yet, Stonehenge is more than a tourist attraction or cultural symbol. It is a testament to human ingenuity and the enduring quest to understand our place in the universe.
The monument embodies the intersection of science, history, and myth, inviting us to explore the past while reflecting on the present. As we continue to uncover the layers of Stonehenge's story, we're reminded of the complexity of human history. The monument challenges simplistic narratives, revealing a world where technology, spirituality, and community were deeply intertwined. In the next section, we will explore the scientific methods used to study Stonehenge, the challenges faced by researchers, and the future of archaeological investigation at this iconic site. We will also consider the broader implications of Stonehenge for our understanding of prehistoric societies and their legacy.
The scientific study of Stonehenge has transformed dramatically over the past century, evolving from early, often speculative excavations to sophisticated, multidisciplinary research that combines archaeology, geology, astronomy, and even genetics. This evolution reflects not only advances in technology, but also a deeper appreciation for the complexity of the monument and the societies that built it. One of the earliest systematic excavations at Stonehenge was conducted in the early 20th century by archaeologist William Hawley. His work laid the groundwork for understanding the site's multiple construction phases, but it was limited by the tools and methods available at the time. Later, in the 1950s and 60s, Richard Atkinson and Stuart Piggott expanded on this research, refining the chronology and uncovering more about the monument's layout. However, it wasn't until the late 20th and early 21st centuries that technological advances truly revolutionized Stonehenge research. Ground-penetrating radar, GPR, and magnetometry surveys have allowed archaeologists to peer beneath the surface without disturbing the site. These non-invasive techniques have revealed a wealth of hidden features, including buried pits, post holes, and even previously unknown structures. One of the most significant discoveries made using these technologies was the identification of the Superhenge at Durrington Walls, a massive timber circle that dwarfs Stonehenge itself. This find has reshaped our understanding of the prehistoric landscape, suggesting that Stonehenge was part of a much larger ceremonial complex. LiDAR scanning has also been instrumental in mapping the surrounding landscape. By using laser pulses to create detailed 3D models, researchers have uncovered ancient pathways, earthworks, and other monuments that connect Stonehenge to a broader network of sites. These connections hint at a sophisticated system of ritual and social interaction that extended across the region. Astronomy plays a crucial role in interpreting Stonehenge. The monument's alignment with the solstices is well documented, but recent studies have explored other celestial connections. Some researchers propose that Stonehenge could have been used to predict lunar cycles or eclipses, adding another layer of complexity to its function. Understanding the astronomical significance requires precise measurements and modeling. Modern software allows researchers to simulate the sky as it would have appeared thousands of years ago, accounting for changes in the Earth's tilt and precession. These simulations help confirm the intentionality behind Stonehenge's design and its role as a celestial observatory. Geological analysis has provided insights into the origins of the stones themselves. Petrographic studies have identified the exact quarries where the bluestones were sourced, confirming their journey from the Preseli Hills in Wales. This discovery raises fascinating questions about the transportation methods and the cultural importance of these stones. Some theories suggest that the bluestones were chosen for their unique properties or symbolic significance. Their distinctive blue hue and acoustic qualities may have contributed to their sacred status. The effort to transport these stones over such a great distance underscores their importance to the builders. Genetic analysis of human remains found near Stonehenge has opened a new window into the lives of the people connected to the site. DNA studies reveal a diverse population, with individuals originating from various parts of Britain and beyond. This diversity suggests that Stonehenge was a focal point for different communities, possibly serving as a unifying symbol or pilgrimage site. Radiocarbon dating has been essential in establishing the timeline of Stonehenge's construction and use. By dating organic materials found in and around the site, archaeologists have pieced together a chronology that spans over a millennium. This timeline reveals periods of intense activity interspersed with phases of relative quiet, reflecting changing social and environmental conditions. Despite these advances, studying Stonehenge presents significant challenges. The
The site's protected status limits invasive excavation, requiring researchers to rely heavily on non-destructive methods. Additionally, the complexity of the monument and its surrounding landscape means that interpretations must be cautious and nuanced. Environmental factors also complicate research. The English climate, with its frequent rain and vegetation growth, can obscure or damage archaeological features. Conservation efforts must balance public access with the preservation of the site's integrity. Looking to the future, emerging technologies promise to deepen our understanding of Stonehenge even further. Advances in remote sensing, artificial intelligence, and bioarchaeology offer new tools for analyzing data and uncovering hidden patterns. For example, machine learning algorithms can process vast amounts of archaeological data, identifying subtle correlations that might escape human observation. These techniques could reveal new insights into the social organization, construction methods, and ritual practices associated with Stonehenge. Moreover, interdisciplinary collaboration is becoming increasingly important. Archaeologists now work alongside astronomers, geologists, geneticists, and even climate scientists to build a holistic picture of Stonehenge and its context. This integrated approach recognizes that Stonehenge is not just a collection of stones, but a complex cultural phenomenon embedded in a dynamic environment. Understanding it requires looking beyond the monument itself to the people, landscapes, and cosmic forces that shaped its creation and meaning. Stonehenge also serves as a case study for broader questions about prehistoric societies. It challenges assumptions about the capabilities of Neolithic peoples, demonstrating their sophisticated knowledge, social organization, and spiritual depth. The monument's endurance through millennia speaks to the power of human creativity and the desire to connect with something greater than ourselves. It reminds us that ancient people were not primitive, but deeply thoughtful, capable of monumental achievements that continue to inspire awe. In the final section, we will reflect on the legacy of Stonehenge, how it continues to influence modern culture, spirituality, and our understanding of human history. We will explore its role as a symbol of mystery and continuity, and consider what Stonehenge teaches us about the timeless human quest for meaning.
Stonehenge's legacy stretches far beyond its ancient stones and the fields of Wiltshire where it stands. It has become a powerful symbol woven into the fabric of modern culture, spirituality, and our collective imagination. This legacy is not just about the past, it is about how Stonehenge continues to shape our understanding of humanity and our place in the universe. For many, Stonehenge represents mystery itself. Its origins, purpose, and construction remain partly elusive, inviting endless speculation and wonder. This aura of mystery has made it a magnet for artists, writers, and thinkers who see in Stonehenge a metaphor for the unknown, the eternal, and the transcendent. In literature, Stonehenge has inspired everything from romantic poetry to science fiction. Writers have used it as a backdrop for stories about ancient wisdom, lost civilizations, and cosmic forces. Its image evokes a sense of timelessness, connecting the modern world to a distant past that still speaks to fundamental human questions. In spiritually, Stonehenge holds a special place for many contemporary groups. Modern pagans, druids, and earth-based spiritual practitioners gather at the site, especially during the solstices, to celebrate and connect with ancient traditions. These gatherings are a testament to Stonehenge's enduring power as a sacred space, a place where people seek connection with nature, the cosmos, and each other. The solstice celebrations at Stonehenge are among the most famous in the world. Thousands of people come together to witness the sunrise on the longest day of the year, experiencing a moment that has been observed for over 5,000 years. This continuity of human experience, linking past and present, is a profound reminder of our shared heritage. Stonehenge also plays a significant role in education and heritage preservation. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it is protected and studied to ensure that future generations can learn from and appreciate this remarkable monument. Educational programs, museums, and visitor centers help bring the story of Stonehenge to life, making it accessible to people across the globe. The monument's influence extends into science and archaeology as well. Stonehenge has become a symbol of the importance of interdisciplinary research and the value of preserving cultural heritage. It challenges researchers to innovate and collaborate, pushing the boundaries of what we know about prehistoric societies. Moreover, Stonehenge invites us to reflect on broader themes: community, spirituality, technology, and the human relationship with nature. It reminds us that ancient peoples were not so different from ourselves in their hopes, fears, and aspirations. They sought to understand the world, to mark time, to honor their ancestors, and to create meaning through shared effort. In a world that often feels fragmented and fast-paced, Stonehenge stands as a monument to patience, perseverance, and the power of collective vision. It took centuries to build, involving generations of people working together toward a common goal. This legacy of cooperation and creativity is as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. As we look to the future, Stonehenge continues to inspire new questions and discoveries. Ongoing research promises to reveal more about the people who built it, the rituals they practiced, and the landscape they inhabited. Each new finding adds depth to the story, reminding us that history is a living dialogue between past and present. Stonehenge challenges us to embrace complexity and uncertainty. It teaches us that some mysteries may never be fully solved, but that the pursuit of knowledge itself is a vital part of the human journey. In this way, Stonehenge is not just a monument of stone. It is a monument of human curiosity, resilience, and imagination. So, the story of Stonehenge is far from over. It is a story that continues to unfold, inviting each generation to explore, interpret, and connect. Whether as a scientific puzzle, a spiritual sanctuary, or a cultural icon, Stonehenge remains a beacon of the enduring human spirit. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the story of Stonehenge. May its stones continue to speak to us across the ages, reminding us of where we come from and inspiring us to look forward with wonder and hope